Today, I'm going to be giving you 3 low-cap cryptocurrency projects that every now and then the bull run will probably print your average person's salary on the daily. So make sure you stick around, alright, because these 3 projects aren't 3 random coins I've pulled out of a hat. These 3 projects I have incredible conviction on and have been doing incredibly well lately and ultimately will absolutely succeed in the bull run, potentially pulling those 100x gains. And make sure you stick around because the last one has literal 1000x potential, and I'm not even joking about it. Make sure you stick around. Let's get straight into the video. G'day everyone, my name is Zach and I'm here to help you with your cryptocurrency investing journey. Just remember, nothing I say is financial advice, and if you like all of my early calls and to connect with me one-on-one, make sure you check out the description and join the Patreon. Benefits will be on the site. Alrighty, so the first project we're going to be talking about today is Blockchainbets, sitting in the GambleFi narrative following Rollbit. This project has just had an absolute pump because yours truly, Alex Becker, is an advisor for the project and will be helping these guys going into the future, which is major bullish for this project. If you got him when I first mentioned it in my Building a Millionaire portfolio, you'd be up around a solid 6x from the current, at the current point from that original buy-in. So, if you got in early, you're kind of reaping those rewards right now, but I'm not thinking about selling anytime soon. So, what is Blockchainbets? It's an online casino and sports betting hub, fully decentralized. So you can bet on anything such as football, American football, cricket, I'm sure you guys can read. And these guys also have an online casino. So they're featuring their live casino, all this sort of different, casino games and utility these guys are providing. And you see right here, there is a lot of options. So I'm not going to cover in depth the entire website, but basically it's an online casino hub, all right? But you can also utilize sports betting, which is fully working and operational. I know a few people who have actually used it and tested it and have actually, made some good bets and pulled their money out into their crypto wallets. It's very simple to do. All you do is just log in, connect your whatever wallet you're using, and then you can go ham. But I'm not personally a gambler. I just like throwing all of my money into cryptocurrency. That is the only gambling I do. So right now we're in a pretty vertical uptrend. That is the Becker effect, all right? As soon as he mentioned he was an advisor for the team, this project went absolutely mental. So if you know Alex Becker is backing your projects going into the future, they're going to do pretty good in the bull run. So I just want to quickly cover this tweet. So basically it said, I'm happy to finally announce that I've been working with them and still am as an advisor since a tiny market cap. And I think it has a solid shot to become one of the premier gambling coins in gaming crypto. And we know Alex Becker is all about that gaming crypto. And the fact that he's just spoken about how he has been working with them for quite a while is very bullish in my opinion. And I think going into the future, this $30 million market cap is going to be absolutely obliterated. Obviously, right now, it's not an ideal time to buy, you know what I mean? It is not ideal to put your money in once we have absolutely been running. A little bit sketchy, right? But the price looks pretty exhausted. We do have a few buying areas down low. We could potentially come to that 2-cent mark or around that 2-cent mark. But if you haven't got your foot in the door, it's not a bad idea to at least get your foot in the door, because if we come down and you've just got your foot in the door, right? You say you put $1,000 or something in, and that comes down to about 600, then you would buy in again. The more we come down, the more we buy. And then at least if you've got your foot in the door and it doesn't come down and starts pushing up, you're making money, all right? This project's going to absolutely print in the bull run, and that is not, that's not cap, right? This is going to absolutely print in the bull run. Excellent project going into the future. That is the first coin. Next project we're going to be talking about today is Mintlayer, all right? It is empowering Bitcoin with a side chain, providing not only, investors to utilize ways to, trade currency, trade value in different ways more efficiently and more effectively, but it's also allowing developers to build on top of what Bitcoin has already made in order to not only create systems, all right, but different functionalities and to participate in truly trustless finance. So going into the future, Bitcoin is going to be absolutely enormous. With all the ETFs coming in place, Bitcoin is a no-brainer. Probably the safest play you can make in cryptocurrency, but it's a little bit too safe for me. Bitcoin is going to do wonders this run, and investing in projects that aren't only empowering Bitcoin, but providing solutions for cryptocurrency in general are going to do extremely well. And that's why I'm very bullish on Mintlayer. So if we go to their ecosystem, we can see that these guys are offering different solutions for developers to build on top of it, such as incubator programs, accelerator programs, and a grants initiative. Basically, it's here to allow people to build on top of their framework, and ultimately to allow Bitcoin and BRC20 projects out there to reach their maximum potential. As we said before, because Bitcoin is going to be absolutely enormous this cycle. So there is a few things, let's get back to the main page. There are a few things that these guys are aiming to do, all right? So one, they're aiming to empower the tokenization of not only finance, but assets and other things going into the future. Two, they're also aiming to create the ultimate interoperable transfer and exchange of value, not only providing lower costs for their services, but also to create a foundation for newer and better projects to have a much more successful time delivering their projects, which is going to be pretty important going to the future. Like, say, for example, Injective, they have a foundation with an incredibly robust and powerful network in order to empower decentralized finance. This is kind of similar to what Mintlayer are doing, but they're doing it with Bitcoin and BRC20 projects. And ultimately, the most important reason, right, in my opinion, is it's here to empower DeFi, right, with next level trading, lending, and borrowing with increased efficiency and reliability. So ultimately, Mintlayer is a great investment going into the future. There's not a huge amount of hype around it right now, but there is going to be a lot of hype very soon. As if we jump onto their Twitter, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, link will be in the description. They have a decent following, all right? And a few big projects out there, a few big players out there, gem hunters, as they like to call themselves, like Aduna, are following these guys. But right now, right, we've had a pretty big pump. And we're starting to retrace. The price got a little bit exhausted, but we're coming into a solid buying area right now. Like straight off the bat, you can see that we've had massive wick rejections for multiple days in a row before we finally broke out and went back down to that line. Rejection looked like we wanted to reject it, potentially reject one more time. So it's going to be interesting to see what these guys are going to do in order to remain bullish. We can already see right here, where is my little box? We can already see there's pretty much an order block right here, so it could deviate this range, potentially do something. Where's the pen? Like so, potentially snag that, push up, and try and make a higher high, potentially. So, Mintlayer, it's a great project, all right? I'm investing in this project. I've been DCAing in, and I have high conviction on this project going into the future. Now, let's cover the next Uniswap, and probably going to be one of the biggest dexes going into the future. So lastly, we're going to be covering ZKSwap Finance, and if you've been following me over the last few videos, you know I absolutely love this project and what they are doing. This is probably going to be one of the best decentralized exchanges cryptocurrency has potentially ever seen, as it's built on zksync, here to scale Ethereum to new heights. So right now, these guys are operating off the zksync mainnet. But they've also got the linear testnet, and going into the future, and I'll show the documents in just a sec. Actually, we'll jump into it right now. Where is the documents? These guys are aiming to spread their networks, the networks that they want to operate with. So if we go into roadmap, I am blind. Here we go. Roadmap. Going to their roadmap, right? They have completed a lot of things, but the most bullish things are coming in the near future, such as more and more partnerships, all right? That's going to be good to see who they partner with. Also completing their web app development, so their launch pad is going to be incredibly bullish in my opinion, allowing new projects to launch on top of them, but also to partner with other dexes and list on top centralized exchanges. But ultimately, their cross-chain swap is going to be massive, and ultimately bringing more networks to their product. I think that it's going to be massive going into the future, especially if these guys want to maintain their success, and especially the success that they've been having lately. So what is ZKSwap Finance? It's a swap to earn DEX, so you can earn rewards and incentives by utilizing this DEX at dirt cheap gas fees. I think I was paying about 30 cents to the US dollar in gas fees today when I was swapping on it. Absolutely unbelievable compared to Uniswap. Uniswap wanted to charge me $50 the other day, and I was like, no, what is the point? So going into the future, I want these guys to have more coins, more options to swap. So if a lot of projects going into the future, integrate zksync into their project and allow it to be swappable on that network, or if these guys enable cross-chain compatibility, I think this is going to be excellent, all right? There's also multiple other options such as providing liquidity. They've also got farming, staking, which I am utilizing right now, 20% per annum, and this also gives you a boost, all right? Gives you a boost in the swap board, which we'll explain in just a sec. They've also got their campaign and their swap board rewards, which can be withdrawn on the 1st and 16th of every month. So how the swap board works, right? It's a swap to earn DEX, and we haven't seen a swap to earn DEX before. So basically, the more you swap, the more points you accumulate, all right? The more points you accumulate, the more portion you have of this payout at the end of a cycle. So if you have, 1% of the points, you're going to get 1% of this, all right? So that's basically how the point system works. If you want to learn more about it, join the Discord. I'm going to be making a video soon on how this swap to earn DEX is actually, incredibly beneficial in creating passive income. Make sure you check that out, and it'll also be available to my Patreon members very soon. Link will be in the description. They've also got their bridge, which, going into the future is going to be massive. Ultimately, they've got a few chains that you can bridge with right now, but going into the future, there will be more coming soon. Ultimately, I'm really bullish on this project. I think this could potentially be, if you got in early, right? If you got in that $1 million or $2 million market cap, it could potentially be that 1000x play. I think this has incredible potential. I have incredible conviction, but I think this has incredible potential going into the future. And imagine these guys pull a Uniswap. Not going to be easy, right? Not going to be easy, but this project could do exceptionally well. And, all right, we got, I'll just bring up Dex Tools. Right now, we're currently in a nice buying area. I don't know how far below this green line we're going to go. There's decently strong support, and that's also around that, somewhat whole number. It's kind of bottomed out a few times, could potentially deviate that line and push up, but I'm going to be watching for a breakout on either side of the trend line, or if we push through this major SNR level. So ultimately right now it's down quite a bit from the top. It's about, about 50%, 47% from the top. We were down a little bit more actually, and if you got into this bottom, that's a beautiful buy. I could potentially see these prices again before pushing up, but I'm just going to continue buying these low levels until my bag is secured, and then ultimately compounding my investment through the swap to earn and staking mechanism of the exchange. Basically, I'm extremely bullish on this project. It's an excellent project with unbelievable utility and use cases, and going into the future, I think this is going to do exceptionally well, especially in the bull run. Alright everyone, that is going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like and subscribing. If you want my early calls, alright, join the Discord, and my real early calls, join the Crypto with Zach Discord server. Apart from that, I hope the markets have been treating you well. I hope you guys have been printing a bit of money, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.